Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second ever Align class. I'm Natalie, and I'm going to be walking you through the workout today. This is going to be a pre-recorded workout, so you can do it on your own time. All right, so we're going to get started still sitting in our seat, and we're just going to be doing a side stretch to the left, and then we'll move on to the right, but we'll start with the left first. Stretch up our arms and just bend our side. And then we'll switch over to the right side. And this workout is going to get a lot of stretching through the sides and through the obliques today. So it should feel pretty good. All right, so once we're done with that, we're going to stay in our seats and we're going to do a seated twist with our arms crossed over our shoulders like this. And we're going to just turn like this as far back as we can for a few seconds. Then come back to center, and then turn to the other side. And then come back to center. And then we're gonna get up on our feet and we're gonna do a standing cobra pose. So for this, we're just going to lean against our desks or our table. We put our hands on the table, kind of get on the tips of your toes, and then just go into a cobra. And we'll hold that for a little bit. You can kind of twist side to side a little bit if that feels good. Just hold it for a few more seconds. We're doing lots of twisting, lots of bends today. So try to get as loosened up as you can. And then when you're ready, find me on your feet. We are going to get started. So we are going to start with a sumo side twist, which basically just means we're going to get into a sumo squat, which is putting our legs about as far apart as we can, further than our shoulders, and then squatting down as much as we can, and then twisting. And we're going to do that for 45 seconds. So we can get started now. Okay, so sumo squat with a twist. And try to keep your spine as neutral as possible. We've got 30 seconds left. You're probably going to be feeling it in your legs as well. So we're going to get a little bit of lower body workout as well. We've got 10 seconds left. All right, staying back up. So now we're going to do an offset overhead march starting on our right side. So we're gonna grab our water bottles or anything else that we have that's like a similar size, similar weight. We're gonna hold it over our heads on our right side. And we're gonna do standing marches for 30 seconds. And then we'll go on to the left side. So grab your weight, whatever it may be, whether it's a water bottle or something else. If you don't have anything, you can just keep as tight of a fist as possible. And we're gonna get started. And then just marching in place, nothing crazy. And while you're doing this, try to keep your core as tight as possible, keep it engaged, and then keep your spine nice and straight. Don't let your shoulders roll back. Just try to keep everything as straight as possible and as tight as possible. All right. So moving on to the left side. You can also put your hand on your hip for balance. Just moving through that. We have 15 seconds left. All right, now you can take a sip of your water. So it's going to be a little bit lighter on your second circuit. So we are going to go through all that again. And then I will start talking about our next circuit. So our next circuit is gonna start off with wall angels. So you're gonna wanna find a wall near you, whether it's a cubicle wall or a full office wall like this. You're gonna wanna keep your body as flat to the wall as possible. You're just gonna do a wall angel, just like this, making sure your shoulder blades stay against the wall the entire time. Just as if you were doing a snow angel in the winter time, somewhere that's not Florida. And we're gonna do that for 45 seconds as well. So getting started now. Again, you want to keep your shoulder blades touching the wall as much as possible. And if you are in a cubicle or just like not in an office setting, you can just do this standing, but just try to keep your spine and your entire body as straight and in line as you possibly can. We have 5 seconds left. All right. All right, so now we're gonna move into oblique bends. So again, we're gonna grab our water bottle. We're gonna start on our right side. And we're gonna put our other hand on our hip or behind the head, whichever one you prefer. And we're just gonna bend. Just a little bit. And again, if you don't have a water bottle, just give me that really tight fist and just bend. Again, you're gonna wanna keep your spine as neutral and your core as tight as possible. And we are gonna do that for 30 seconds and then move on to the left side. All right, so getting started now. So you should really feel this on the opposite side of where your water bottle is, as well as the side where your water bottle is, but you'll feel the most kind of on the opposite side that's stretching further. All right. Now moving on into the left side. Again, hand on the hip or behind the head, whichever you prefer, doesn't really matter. Just as long as you're stretching it, and try to keep it pretty slow. Don't try to rush through it like this. Just try to do slow and controlled movements. You have 5 seconds left. And then we're back into the sumo squats. All right. So get ready for your sumo twists. I'm putting the timer for 45 seconds. And we are starting now. So again, your feet are going wider than your shoulders. You're squatting down as far as you can. I'm in jeans, so I can't really squat or twist as far as I would like. You're squatting and twisting and trying not to think about the pain in your legs as you hold the squat. You have 20 seconds left. Again, keeping that spine as neutral as possible as you go through this. And that'll be true for all of these aligned workouts. You'll always kind of want to have, pretty much always going to want to have a neutral spine and a very tight core, which will become easier as we go along through it. All right. So now we are back to our offset overhead marches. Again, grab your water bottle. That might be a little bit lighter by now. And we're going to get started on that right side for 30 seconds. And again, keep it slow and controlled. This isn't a cardio workout, so you don't need to be moving fast. This is mainly just to train your core into being nice and tight. Because when your core is tightened and your abs engaged, you have good posture. Okay, so we're done with the right, and then moving on to the left. Starting now. Oh, I got almost lost my balance. We have 10 seconds left. All right. So now going back into our wall angels and our oblique bends. Getting started with those wall angels after I take a sip of water. For 45 seconds. Starting now. Make sure you keep trying to keep those shoulder blades on that wall. They're just as solid as possible if you don't have a wall near you. You should also probably look ahead and not to the side like I'm doing to see myself in the camera. All right. So now we are going back into the oblique bends. Which again, you're either putting your hand on your hip or behind your head for this. We're starting on the right side. 30 seconds. Starting now. Right. So we are done with our 30 seconds. Now to the left, and then we have our finisher, then our final stretch. So starting on the left side. All right. So now we're going into our finisher. We're just going to be kind of similar to the oblique bends, but they're going to be kettlebell windmills. So it's going to be kind of the same idea where we're leaning to one side, holding our water bottle. We're going to be dipping a lot further. So all those oblique bends and everything else that we've done kind of similar in this workout, it's kind of been leading up to this. So I'll show you. You're going to want to have your feet apart. And then you're going to have your water bottle in the opposite hand of the direction that you're bending to. So we're going like this. And then like this. So we'll start on the right side and then go to the left side. We're doing that for 30 seconds each side. So starting with the right. Just dropping down as far as you can go, sort of towards your ankles. Now you're just getting an even deeper stretch towards the side than before. All right. Now moving on to the left side, starting now. And water bottle up and down to the side. We've got 5 seconds left. And then we get to stretch. All right. So now we're gonna cool down. We'll do a few trunk twists. We did a lot of stretching on our sides. We can take them nice and slow. We can also do some arm stretches. And now the other arm. And then if you feel like that cobra pose felt really good before, we can do that again. Again, leaning against the desk on our point of our toes. And then kind of leaning back like a cobra. And twisting. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this Align workout. Hopefully your hair is not looking as crazy as mine, but I will see you again next time. Have a great day.